Oh, I heard that. Me too. No. Yep, I think we're good.
All right, thank you. And for the pledge of allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. We'll call the civil meeting to order, and Sid has an introduction here for the council.
Just real quick, we have the new director for the Paola Free Library here, Rachel Hassan. And I'll let her kind of visit with council a little bit about her background and everything, but wanted to bring her to council. To recognize her when they go into the library.
Thank you, Sid. My name is Rachel Hassan, and I'm honored to take the role of the library director here in Paola. I'll give you a little bit of information about what I envision for the library and then tell you a little bit about myself. So the library, oftentimes people envision it as just a place for books. And I envision it as something much more than that. It's an educational community hub. And so in addition to all of the variety of formats and materials that we offer connections to resources, whether that's human resources or technology resources. And we also offer programs and educational experiences for people. A little bit of information about myself is I have a Master's of Library Science degree with a concentration in leadership and administration from Florida State. I have worked as a library media specialist for a couple of years with Lawrence Public Schools, and I worked for the Oskaloosa Public Library for about 7 years. I was the director there for about 4 years. So I have some experience as a director in the Northeast Kansas Library System. And in that role, I obtained my Applied Public Library Education certification through the Northeast Kansas Library System. So I'm excited to apply my experience and my former knowledge and really get involved with the community here and responding to community needs and offering resources and creative responses to needs. Some personal information about me. I grew up in Shawnee, Kansas. My family, I'm married. We have 3 kids, 13, 9, and 3. And we currently live in Lawrence, Kansas. So I do a little commuting, but it's not a bad drive. It's peaceful. Not a lot of traffic, which is nice. And I spent some time in Oskaloosa, lived in Kansas City, Kansas before. So I'm excited to learn more about Paola and learn about the community here and how we can serve the community of the library. And then I'll share some updates with you all about the library, just to give you some information about what's going on there. So we recently decided at our last library board meeting to expand our hours. So they will be 9:30 to 8 Monday through Thursdays, Fridays 9:30 to 5, and Saturdays 10 to 4. So that will take effect at the beginning of May. We decided June 1st will be our start date for summer reading. So we're getting excited, getting our programs organized and scheduled for that. And let's see, I think those were the main updates I wanted to share with you all. I welcome any questions if you have any questions. And also, if you have any ideas that you'd like to see implemented at the library, always feel free to share.
Who's your favorite author?
Oh goodness, my favorite author.
With 3 children.
What's that?
You don't have, I said, with 3 children, you probably don't have a lot of time.
Yeah, well, I mean, there are so many authors. It's hard to nail down a favorite. The one that comes to me right now is my 3-year-old's favorite, which is Anna Doobie.
Oh, okay, that works.
I'll have to think more about that. That's a good question. It is very hard to know about a favorite.
I understand you got to accommodate the forensics team already yesterday.
Yes, we did. And we're happy to help in that way. That put on some extra stress for them, for sure. So we were happy that we could help you.
We're very lucky. We have a very good library here in town that I think is very well used. So, thank you.
Yes, you're welcome. I'm excited to get started and it's nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Welcome.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for coming. Okay, we'll move ahead to the consent agenda, which is items 1A through E. Does any council member have any questions in regard to any of this? If not, do we have a motion?
I'll make a motion to approve the consent agenda as presented and authorize the mayor to sign it. I'll second.
Snail?
Aye.
Sean?
Aye.
House? Aye. Shield?
Aye. Honors from the public, that would be you, Brian. Now's your chance. Okay. New business, consider disbursements from the transient guest tax fund.
Yeah, so this year, 14 applications were submitted to the Convention and Tourism Committee. They met on March 11th to review all of these applications. They were kind of limited on funds this year due to COVID. So the beginning balance was $64,000 in this fund. And they typically keep a $40,000 reserve, but decided to decrease that in order to get more grants funded. So got your list of grants. If you have any questions about those, I can answer those for you, certainly, but they had a $25,900 they decided they would try to fund this year.
Looks like everybody got a little bit of something,
So yeah, they
which
haven't,
is good.
all of them were decreased, but they did
Right,
get
they
some.
didn't get 100%, but I'm sure they'll appreciate what they did receive. Does anybody have any questions in regard to any of these?
Now, what's given to the chamber, is that on top of what we give to them?
So we in our budget, we have $15,000 coming out of this fund for what I would say our normal contribution to the chamber. And I think we do 5,000 out of the general fund as well. We give them a total of 20,000. And then these other items are chamber events that we sponsor as well through the transient guest tax.
Any other questions? If not, do we have a motion to approve this disbursement?
I'll make a motion to approve the disbursements for the transient guest tax fund as presented.
I'll second.
Snail?
Aye.
Upshaw?
Aye.
House? Aye. Shield?
Aye. Okay. Consider resolution 2021-005 for a temporary entertainment district, which is going to be held there on the Park Square, June 11th.
June 11th, yes, that is
This
Friday.
will be a similar thing, permit like they do for the roots,
Yes,
like the
Yeah.
insurance and everything has to be.
yes. So, yeah, in order for them to proceed with drinking alcohol on public property, they will, so Town Square will submit this resolution with their liquor license to the state to expand their premises. So it'll just basically be an extension of Town Square, allowing alcohol consumption on Park Square. And it includes the street and the sidewalk, so we had to specifically put those in there. And it only gives them June 11th from 6 to 10.
This is always a nice fundraiser for the hospital.
Mhm.
It wasn't able to have it last year, I don't believe. sure they will welcome this. Is there any questions in regard to this? I think we went over this at work study, and it's pretty self-explanatory. Okay, if not, do we have a motion to approve this resolution?
I move to approve resolution 2021-005 for a temporary entertainment district allowing alcohol consumption on Paola Park Square on June 11th, 2021 during the hours of 6 p.m. to 10 p.m.
I'll second.
Smale?
Aye.
Armstrong?
Aye.
House? Shield?
Okay, thank you. COVID-19 response action.
Mrs. Mayor, members of council, in response to the ongoing global COVID-19 pandemic, the city council has taken many actions and precautions to keep its employees, citizens, and community safe. Two of these items were formal actions taken by council. Resolution 2020-006 declared a local emergency due to the building pandemic and granted the city manager broader authority to take quick action, rapidly respond to the changing dynamics of the associated pandemic. In July 2020, ordinance 3161 was passed and required the wearing of masks or other face coverings in public spaces. Although the COVID-19 pandemic is still ongoing, its presence in Kansas and Miami County has been on a downward trend. As of yesterday morning, the state of Kansas is reporting 304,719 total cases. Over the last month, Kansas has averaged 236.23 new cases per day. And the 7-day average of new cases is 213.14 new cases per day. This average number of new cases per day is lower than the previous month, which is the total month of February, and is roughly over 60% less than what it was in September of 2020. In light of the low COVID case levels and recent changes at the state level, at the April 6th work session, council discussed the rescission of resolution 2020-006 and the repeal of ordinance 3161. Per that request of council, resolution 2021-006 has been prepared to rescind resolution 2020-006. And ordinance 3173 has been prepared to repeal ordinance 3161. Note that the repeal of the ordinance 3161, that would be effective upon the publication in the paper, which would be, that date would technically be April 21st of 2021. That would be next week before that was officially effective. Right. And we had that split up into two separate actions.
Okay, does any of you have any questions in regard to this? Sometimes we talked about this extensively, but it's on different verse. Yeah. So, do you have any questions or any comments? Okay. Then do we have a motion for the rescinding the resolution number 2020-006?
I'll make a motion to approve resolution 2021-006, rescinding resolution 2020-006, and authorize the necessary signatures.
I'll second. Smale?
Aye.
Armstrong?
Aye.
House? Shield?
Aye.
Okay, and the next one is to consider repealing ordinance number 3161, which is a new ordinance number 3173. We have a motion for that.
I'll make a motion to approve ordinance number 3173, repealing ordinance number 3161, and authorize the necessary signatures.
I'll second.
Smale?
Nay.
Armstrong?
Aye.
House? Shield?
Aye.
Okay, motion passed 3-1. Okay, thank you. Move on, no committee reports, staff reports.
Just wanted to give an update on a couple of our projects. Baptiste Drive Extension Project is going along. They finished most of the stormwater, storm sewer items on the east end. They're now working on the west end, and then probably occur a few times. They probably had a couple weeks left to do on that end, as they need to join those two ends together, and then they'll start on the road. So we're probably about 2 or 3 weeks out on actually kind of seeing the road grading and stuff. That Peace Drive, Heads Lane right turn lane project, that is slated to get started on the week of May the 3rd. So that's not too far off.
They're doing clearing out there.
Yeah, at the Paola Crossing development area, they're starting to clear that area out and they've got some signage to try to say they're open for business, so that's a good thing. Water and wastewater master plan, I have a solicitation for proposals out, and those are due April 16th or April 21st. So they'll be due next week, and hopefully we can kind of work through that process. We'll have that ready to go for the May meeting. And other than that, just I know parks is those guys are getting busy with mowing and the spring activities. So kind of all I got for tonight.
Will the extension be 4 lanes or 2 lanes?
I think it's just 2 lanes through there.
I think it did something, did they change the light yesterday?
Yeah, they were doing some that signal,
They put a new one in.
and the way it's designed, that curve, I think, has a very wide apron, if I remember from the design materials. So it won't technically be a lane, but there'll be a lot of room as those big trucks want to make that turn. So,
That's it.
that's it. I mean,
Okay, Stephanie?
And nothing.
No. No. Lee?
Yeah, surprise. I think I take this opportunity to say a little something. I don't think I've ever seen any of you in municipal court.
Oh.
Well,
I beg your pardon.
you were there in official capacity.
Is that a good thing, or what are we saying here?
Well, and I don't know if you know much about municipal court, but you're in municipal court. This is where we hold it right here. And, maybe this was all part of the plan, but, the big news from municipal court is the judge decided to open it back up Thursday, April 15th. So, it's been a, interesting, year to operate the way we have with Zoom. All the hearings have been by Zoom. They put a kiosk in one of the little offices out here where the defendants can come in and sit at the kiosk. Even though they're right outside the door, they're on a computer, and the judge and I and the clerk are in here. And it's worked. The longer it's gone on, the harder it's gotten. I suppose without telling you anything you don't already know, most defendants don't like to come to court to start with. And once they found out they didn't have to come to court, I mean, we've had them, they zoom in from work, they zoom in driving down the highway. They, a classic deal was one guy that's got a DUI is sitting in front of all these empty bottles, and it drives the judge nuts when they wear a hat or they're smoking at work. So it's been a challenge to say the least, but I want to take this opportunity to thank the court staff, which is actually almost the same people. The police department staff and the court staff are so intermingled that somebody needs, if they haven't already been told, they've done a hell of a job for the last year, keeping the judge and myself organized, and all the defendants that call in and can't Zoom or won't Zoom, and then they end up taking all the guff. I mean, it's those ladies that do that for the PD and the Paola Municipal Court really do a good job. And I just wanted to thank them publicly. But anyway, I mean, as far as I know, we've kept everybody safe in the courtroom. I don't think any of the staff's gotten any COVID conditions. I don't know about the defendants and their individual lives, but I've never heard any allegations of any super spreader event from the courtroom here. So, you know, there's a lot to be said for that, because we run a lot of people through the lobby, in and out of this building. I don't know, 40, 50 people every Thursday. We're gonna open that back up. And you may or may not know this, but the way the city and the police department and the municipal court and Kansas Supreme Court look at things, this will give you an example. I mean, you've done away with the mask ordinance in the city of Paola, but still, the mask ordinance hasn't been, the mask ordinance, the requirement for wearing masks in Kansas judiciary hasn't been lifted yet. So for a while, however long that's gonna take, we're still gonna be wearing masks here in court. Just as an example of how it's two different governmental functions. And they work well together. We cooperated, the judges cooperated, the PDs cooperated, hadn't been a problem. Not one problem. So again, that says a lot about your staff, I think. I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about municipal court, because it's been different, to say the least. And I can't tell you how excited I think we all are, probably myself and the judge more than anybody else, to get these people back in one of those little rooms with their attorneys, where I can talk to them to try to get something done. Because all that's happened is I talk to the attorneys, they can't get a hold of their clients, they don't come to court, they don't appear by Zoom, they can't find them, we continue everything. I mean, we're gonna have several weeks to play catch up here with really big dollars. But we'll work through it. I mean, I think we can get done in 3 to 5 minutes what we've been spending weeks to try to do. But, you know, it's been difficult, but it's not like a first responder has faced. So, but I just thought I'd tell you a little bit about your Paola Municipal Court. But it's going back to normal, or going back to the way it used to be, Thursday.
Do you have a new court clerk yet?
No, that's over. That's not my job. You might ask him that, or you might ask somebody, but that's not to my knowledge. No, I think Amanda's got to fill in. She's gonna wear tennis shoes or something. I don't know what she's gonna do. Is that right? We don't have it yet.
And Audra, I think, is scheduled to be here at least the first couple of
Court session.
so that help out with some of that, so.
Well, it will always be down.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna get better.
Yep, I bet when they realize they have to come back. I bet it does too.
Well, I just thought I'd tell you something about city court.
Okay. All right. Eric, do you have anything?
I would second that, and I would add that I think probably the stressors of everything going on is probably felt more by the court clerk and the court more so than anybody in this building. So their work and patience is greatly appreciated.
Okay. Everything, council, Dave, do you have anything?
Not tonight.
I wanted to say thank you to Sid and the rest of the city staff, for their work during this. I think Sid kind of got thrown into the deep end of the pool, or thrown to the wolves shortly after he started, and things are changing every day. And, personally, I think he's done a great job of managing it, and everybody else, has played along and done their part. And I just want to express my thanks to him and the rest of the city staff for that. Also want to thank the council, because I know this has been a pretty sometimes tense discussion, and I know we don't always agree, but it's nice to see that we can still work together to get everything else done. So,
We made it. No, we don't know what's next, but here we are for right now.
Lee, same as what you were saying, I sent Sid an email that I told him I can't imagine a crazier circumstance in a new city than what he faced in the first day.
Thank you
Here.
for being flexible with us.
The city staff, I mean, PD, Public Works, everybody everybody spent all hands on deck, and I think everyone's done an exceptional job.
Leanne? Okay. And I don't need to do this. No, I sent Sid an email too.
That's gone to my spam
Did you?
folder. I didn't get that.
You were requesting gift cards, I didn't think it was for you.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay, we're going to have an executive session for 15 minutes. We need a motion for that.
I'll move city council recess into executive session for 15 minutes pursuant to preliminary discussion of the acquisition of real property, KSA 75-4319B6. The purpose of the executive session is to discuss possible acquisition of real property and shall include the mayor, the city council, city attorney, city manager, and assistant city manager. The regular meeting shall reconvene in the municipal courtroom at 6:40.
I'll second.
Smale,
Aye.
Armstrong.
Aye.
House. Aye. Shields.
Yeah, now.
Everybody ready to run over there?
Yeah. Watch out. Here we go. No longer I told you all that so quick.
It's a good enough place to try to do that.
Oh, great. I would say,
That's you.
I moved that.
Good night.
See ya.
Yeah.
They're not getting any time right now.
Yes, everyone's getting overtime, I'm on your payroll. We only get to work about 8 months a year, that's cool.
We've been very, very careful. Yeah, been very.
Oh.
Yeah, ponytail.
They're saying we get to have a full stadium again.
So I heard,
really?
That'll be nice.
This fall,
Not for baseball.
it's been nice just to hear, well, they're gonna add a little bit every month, is what I heard. It's been nice just to hear the crowd again. The piped in noise just is not,
it's
or
not
some
the same,
cities didn't even
is it?
do that, it was completely dead silent. I said, it's amazing how much you feed off of it just watching it at home.
There's a lot of organists that do.
Right.
Well, I look at the cardboard cutouts and I feel bad, I'm like, couldn't they have done that back when the Chiefs didn't have anybody in the stands? Couldn't you have the cardboard cutouts and make them, you know, pipe in the music and pipe in the cheering, but.
Yeah, it's been fun. My nephew last year, I've been waiting my whole life for this. He's 5. I'm like, me too, bud, me too. Well, you're 5 and I'm 42. We both been waiting our whole life for this.
We've seen it before, haven't we, the Super Bowl and the World Series.
Dawson.
I was 7 when they won the World Series in '85, so I barely remember it.
All right, it's game time.
Yeah. So we got to call the meeting back to order,
Okay,
and then we can adjourn.
adjourn.
I make a motion to reconvene the adjourned meeting.
Second.
Thank you. Snail,
Aye.
Upshaw.
Aye.
House.
Aye.
Shield.
Motion for adjournment?
So moved.
Second. Oh,
Snail,
Aye.
Upshaw.
aye.
House.
Aye.